Hey, it's Rob, and welcome to Axel's Garage. Here to update you on our 2023 Maverick order. You can follow along on our playlist right up here. Now, back in 22, we tried to order a 22 Maverick, and we could not because the ordering banks were closed, so they put us on a list. And that was a list done by two of my closest Ford dealerships to where I am on Long Island in New York. Neither of these dealerships do I get a warm fuzzy feeling about, but one I liked a little bit more than the other. The one that was a little farther from me I actually liked better, had a better rep among the people in the neighborhoods. However, when the ordering banks did open for 23, only one dealership called me, which was the closest one to my house. That's convenient, only about 2 miles from my house. However, it was the dealership that I had been to many times in the past and never bought a vehicle from them because there was always some kind of hassle. Whether it's an added charge, must do this, this, we won't order it the way you want it, it was always a conflict, and it always walked out in an argument with that dealership. So I didn't have the warm fuzzy feeling that they were the ones, but they called me on Monday, the 19th of September 2022, and said the ordering banks are open. Would you like to make an appointment to come in and order a 23 Maverick? So I said, sure. When can I come in? Well, they're open now. Anytime this week is fine. So I made an appointment for Saturday, not thinking that I needed to rush. This is Monday. So I work at night. When I went to work that night, Monday night, I did a little research because there was no ordering guide. There was no dealer brochure. There wasn't anything from Ford that tells me what the options are, what the prices are, what anything is. You got to hunt out that information yourself. So I went hunting, and I made some notes on a piece of paper. And while I was hunting to figure out what I wanted and how I wanted it, I came across the Maverick truck forums. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're familiar with the Maverick truck forums. And what happened? Well, we realized that there was a memo from Ford saying the ordering banks were closing the very next day, the 20th of September. If you wanted a hybrid, they were closing at 9 p.m. And if you wanted a gas Maverick, they were closing the next day at 9 p.m. on Wednesday. Bless you. I guess quiet on the set doesn't have the same meaning it used to have. So, anyway, Tuesday, when I get home from work, Tuesday morning, first thing in the morning, I call the Ford dealership and I said, hey, I saw this memo floating around online. Do you know anything about it? And the guy says, yeah, you were actually on a list to be called today to say, hey, you better get in here today if you want to order one. Now, I don't know whether they were going to call me or not. I had called them, beat them to the punch, but let's say they were going to call me. Great, good on them. So I went in Tuesday at 4 o'clock. I sat down with a salesman who seemed like a nice enough guy, but didn't know much about a 23 Maverick or what options they had, what options were available, what was included in different packages, what you needed to order in order to get a certain package. Really, it was my homework and a little trial and error when we went and sat down to order it. So he gives me first he says, hey, welcome to such and such Ford. And I said, this is great. I really don't like this place. I told him, I was honest. I said, I've been here before, and it's always been a hassle. He goes, well, this is going to be different. We're going to get you a car that you want. So he gave me the Maverick price list that doesn't have any prices. Yep, it's a photocopy with, conveniently, all the prices removed. So this is the Maverick price list. It's really an option list because it's got no prices, so it can't be a price list. But this is what they give me. Bless you. Quiet on the set. So I go off of this and my notes, and I come up with an order. I ordered a hybrid front-wheel drive Maverick XLT. MSRP $24,455. I added floor liners and opted to keep the carpeted mats. That's $175. I added the remote start system, the actual remote start on your key fob or whatever kind of key you get. The salesman tried to talk me out of it. Now, this used to be, in 22, part of the package. It's no longer in any package. It's a standalone. And the reason why it's a standalone is because the remote start system was one of the chip shortage or one of the delays that they had in manufacturing in the 22 model year. So he's trying to talk me out of it, and I don't know why he's trying to talk me. He's telling me, oh, you could use an app on your phone. I don't want to use an app on your phone. I said, well, that app on my phone, is that an app that I have to pay for? And he goes, well, not right now. Not right now. Which means that Ford could arbitrarily decide to start charging people to use that app, and then I'm paying Ford so I can remote start my car through my phone, which I have to pay to have anyway from somebody else. Kind of silly. You know, if they're going to give it to me for free, give it to me for free, but I want the remote start button. Reason number 2 is I knew that ordering that remote start is going to delay my vehicle a little bit, and I did want it to be delayed because my current vehicle is a lease, and that lease is up in July. So I'm hoping that the remote start would delay it so that it would come in after my lease was up or around the same time, or maybe a little before, hopefully after, so I didn't have 2 payments. That's the thought process. Then I ordered a hard roll-up bed cover tonneau, I don't know how to say it. I can't say that word. Tonneau, to whatever it is. Bed cover. Hard roll-up. I priced them, and the price, not much of a price difference, $1,200 option. I ordered the power moonroof because we don't buy a new vehicle quite often in this family, and my wife does like having a moonroof. So we added the moonroof, and then we added the XLT luxury package. I'm just going in order here. The XLT luxury package, I believe, gives you a trailer hitch, it gives you a power driver's seat. You need it in order to get the black appearance package, which we added. And that gives you the black appearance, the black interior, the black accents. It gives you black wheels, 18-inch wheels, and a bunch of other stuff, the tow hitch and crap like that. And that was, so the luxury package was $1,730. The black appearance package was $1,645. The destination delivery was $1,495, and then the only dealer installed option we got were the wheel locks, which was $75. MSRP with the options, $31,940. So after some trial and error of him getting all the options, going inside, putting it in the computer, and then rejecting it because we didn't have something in order to get something, and we all worked it out, he finally came out with the finished copy of my order, which has a dealer rep's name, which is not my salesman's name. I was a little concerned with that. Type says retail. I don't know whether that's good or bad. Vehicle line Maverick. It gives me an order code, gives me a sales code, never gives me an order number, gives me a price level of $315. I don't know what that means. Gives me a model year of 23. Gives me a priority code of 12, which from what I read online, having a 12 priority code is pretty good. I think 10 or something is like is the highest. I don't know. And then customer name. This is my big red flag. Customer name is all X'd out. Now this is a printed document. He's got all my information. He's got my ID. He's got everything. This is a printed document from his ordering computer. And it comes out with my name blacked out. Or X'd out. No customer name. And then on the bottom I have to fill in with a pen my name, address, email, phone number, and then sign it and date it. I did it. But why doesn't the top have my name printed on it? It's just a little suspect to me. Then, after this is done, I have to give him a $1,000 deposit. So with that, he prints out a dealer invoice, a pretty normal kind of dealer invoice. It's got the MSRP price with the options listed. Doesn't have all the options listed. It's got the MSRP price carried over from the other one, $31,940. It's got New York State required tire recycling fee, $12.50, because good old New York State's got to get a fee. And then my total price of $31,952. No trade, sales tax. You're going to love this. New York State, here we go again. $2,754.83 to the state on money that they already taxed when I made it. But we're going to pay them almost $3,000 more in tax. And people wonder why everyone's moving out of New York State. Then other fees. This is a funny one too. $1.93. $1.93. Other fees. What fee is $1.93? Is it cleaning shop rags? I don't know. I'm going to ask, though, if we ever get to the point where I can ask. State inspection, $10. That's a normal. First 2 years of a new car, $10 each, and then it's $37 a year thereafter. Dealer optional fee for processing your title and registration. So for the dealer to process your motor vehicle paperwork, $175. So they don't give you the option when you buy it at a dealer in New York for you to get the stuff, the papers, and go to DMV and get your plates. They don't give you that option. The dealer processes that for you, and they charge you $175 to do that. They don't pay anything to do that. They're just making $175 by going online and entering a little bit of information. Because the title fee and the registration fee is not included in that, and that's going to be around $300 or so. Which gives me my total of $34,894.26 before my title and registration. Then they took $1,000 from me on my deposit, and I owe $33,894.26. All my information is on it, so we're all set. I go home, and I wait for that email from Ford, which I do not get. And I covered that in a previous video as well if you go back and take a look at the playlist. So some time goes by and I actually emailed my salesperson, who is not the name. He's on my invoice, but it's not the name on my order sheet. And I email him and I say, hey, listen, I'm reading online. I'm supposed to get an email from Ford giving me my order number, and I don't have anything. I don't have an order number. I don't have an email from Ford. I have nothing. And I questioned, you know what? I had questioned him at the time that I was doing all this about customer order verification process, the COVP, so that I know the vehicle's for me. And Ford wants that COVP. They want all the information. They want a verified ID and everything that this vehicle is ordered for a specific person. This dealership is ordering it for me. That's what Ford wants to verify, because this isn't a dealer stock inventory. This is specifically for me. And you're supposed to go through that process. So now, he didn't do that. When I asked him about it, he kind of didn't, he seemed like he didn't know anything about it. Now, he may have not known, or he could have been, giving me the runaround. There's no way for me to know for sure. I kind of think that he doesn't know anything about the customer order verification process, because I think that dealership just doesn't do that for anyone. I don't think they treated me any different with the Maverick than they do anybody else. I just don't think they do it, period. So he was never taught to do it, because they don't do it because they want to have options when they get that car in. And what happens is, Ford thinks they're ordering it for me. They know they ain't ordering it for me. They get it in, they put it on a lot, and they sell it a lot higher than MSRP. Very, very possible. So I don't get an email from Ford. I'm getting into a little bit of a panic. I'm waiting, nothing. I'm looking online. People are saying they've gotten it by the time they walked out of the dealership. They got it an hour later, they got it a day later, they got it 2 days later, they got it 2 weeks later. I didn't really see anybody that was more than 2 weeks or so getting that email from Ford saying congratulations on your order. I never get it. So I'm worried. I email the dealer. The dealer says, no, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Not everybody gets the email from Ford. You're all good. You have an order number. It's right there on your option sheet, and it's a 1-letter and 3-digit number. I don't believe that's the order number. I think that's the order number for the dealership, not the order number for Ford. Ford's making, let's just say, 50,000 of these this year. Why would this local Ford dealership's own internal order number is not going to be the order number for Ford running a vehicle down the assembly line? Ain't happening. I'm worried now. I don't think I'm ever going to get this. And if you read the comments on my last video about the Maverick, people are saying, you ain't never getting that, dude. So I don't care. Either way, I'd like to get it. If I don't get it, makes for an entertaining video. So now we're 6 months in, right? We're at March 20th, 2023. I have nothing. So I go on Ford's website. I try to navigate it as best I can to get some kind of information. I know the 23s are coming in. I'm watching videos on YouTube. The 23s are coming in. I'm starting to see them on the road a little bit more than I had previously. Every time my wife and I see one, we said, oh, a Maverick in the wild. Because you don't see too many of them, especially in my area. And we just got back from a 1,500-mile road trip up and down the East Coast. We saw 2 of them. So, long story short, we're 6 months in, and I'm watching videos online where people are saying that their vehicle came in, and it either came in under-optioned or over-optioned. Enough so that they want to refuse them, and the dealerships are fine with it. They're not even arguing. Oh, you want to refuse it? Fine. Here's your deposit back. If they gave a deposit, some dealerships did 500, some did 1,000, some did more, some did none. Fine, you don't want it? And cut ties with that person because they're going to put it on the lot for 10 grand over MSRP, and they're getting it. Right? So what does that leave for the guy who ordered it? It screws them. Unless you're going to pay more. I watched one where they added a bunch of dealer installed nonsense, and he had to pay close to $1,200 more than he had anticipated paying because he wanted it. They didn't want him to take it. They wanted him to refuse it so they could put it on the lot and sell it for more. So, April 6th, Thursday, we're traveling for the Easter holiday, and I get a phone call from my salesman. Hey, your Maverick's on the truck. It's going to be here next week. Wow. I didn't get a VIN number from him like he promised me. Oh, we'll send you a VIN as soon as we get it so you can track it through the assembly process and you'll know exactly when it's coming. They tell you when it's loaded on the truck, when it's, getting here and everything like that. None of that happened. None of it. No communication from 2 weeks after order until I get the phone call from the dealer. Hey, your vehicle's in. Or your vehicle should be in next week. It's on the truck. It'll be here next week. I have no idea if it's here. I don't know what's going on. We'll see when next week comes. If it's the vehicle I ordered, if it's not the vehicle I ordered, and if the price that I signed to and put a deposit on is the price I actually pay. I'm a cynical New Yorker, and I don't know if it's all going to go through or not. But I'm gonna knock wood that everything goes well, and I get my 23 Maverick. I'll let you know. What do you think's going to happen? What's been your experience? What are you seeing online? What are you seeing people saying about this problem? See, this is a dealership problem. And it's not just Ford. Everybody has a problem. Ford right now, there's a spotlight on them because they have vehicles that are in high demand and short supply, like the Maverick or the Bronco, and they're playing games. And Ford corporate doesn't like that they're playing games, but Ford corporate is doing very little to prevent them from playing these games. And that's why dealer models like Tesla go online, order the vehicle, and pick it up at a place that just gives you your vehicle and provides service is going to be the model of the future, because the dealerships have ruined it for themselves with their shenanigans. Shenanigans is the nicest word I could use. All right? And you all know what I mean by that. So let me know in the comments below. What do you think? Am I getting the Maverick that I ordered at the price that I ordered it? Am I going to see an option that I didn't order? Am I going to see less options because they know I want it? I don't know. Let me know what you think, and we'll update you on the next video when hopefully the vehicle arrives and we can go down and see if it's the vehicle that we wanted. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching Axel's Garage. We'll see you on the next one.